The crowds asked John the Baptist, "What should we do?" He said to them in reply, "Whoever has 2 cloaks should share with the person who has none, and whoever has food should do likewise." Even tax collectors came to be baptized, and they said to him, "Teacher, what should we do?" He answered them, "Stop collecting more than what is prescribed." Soldiers also asked him, "And what is it that we should do?" He told them, "Do not practice extortion. Do not falsely accuse anyone, and be satisfied with your wages." Now the people were filled with expectation, and all were asking in their hearts whether John might be the Christ. John answered them all, saying, "I am baptizing you with water, but one mightier than I is coming. I am not worthy to loosen the thongs of his sandals. He will baptize you with the Holy Spirit and fire. His winnowing fan is in his hand to clear his threshing floor and to gather the wheat into his barn, but the chaff he will burn with unquenchable fire." Exhorting them in many other ways, he preached good news to the people. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
My dear brothers and sisters, we thank the Lord for gathering us this evening as we start our 9-day Simbang Gabi in preparation for Christmas. Simbang Gabi na naman. At sabi ng isang kanta, Simbang Gabi, simula ng Pasko sa puso ng bayang Pilipino. Kaya sa pagsisimula natin ng mga Simbang Gabi, parang sinisimulan na rin natin ang pagdiriwang natin ng Pasko. At maraming salamat po na narito kayong lahat para sa unang gabing ito. Sana hindi ito ang huling gabi na magsisimbang gabi kayo. Dahil sinimulan ninyo, siguraduhin ninyong tatapusin ninyo. Kasi yung 9 na gabi ng ating pagsisimba ay parang pagsama natin sa ating mahal na Birheng Maria na 9 na buwang dinala sa kanyang sinapupunan ang sanggol na si Jesus. Bawat gabi, 1 buwan kasama si Maria. Kaya kapag umabsent kayo, baka maging premature si Jesus. Siguraduhin po nating full term si Jesus. 9 na gabi na dapat mabuo. At yan ang sinisimulan natin ngayon. And like the people in our gospel who were filled with expectation for the coming of the Lord, let that same feeling be ours as we start our Simbang Gabi. Punong-puno ng pananabik para sa pagdating ni Jesus. And it is very fitting that this year, our first Simbang Gabi falls on the 3rd Sunday of Advent, which we all know is called Gaudete Sunday. Gaudete, a Latin word which means to rejoice, to be happy, to be full of joy. And that is the theme of our Sunday, of this day, that we may be full of joy, punong-puno at nag-uumapaw sa kagalakan. This is something that we repeatedly heard in our readings this 3rd Sunday of Advent. In our first reading from the book of the prophet Zephaniah, the prophet tells us shout for joy, O daughter Zion. Sing joyfully, O Israel. Be glad and exult with all your heart, O daughter Jerusalem. And in our responsorial psalm, we repeatedly said, cry out. Cry out with joy and gladness, for among you is the great and the Holy One of Israel. Wala pang 10 minutes, nakalimutan na yung responsorial psalm. And in our second reading, St. Paul tells us, brothers and sisters, rejoice in the Lord always. At inulit pa niya, I say it again, rejoice. Take note, dear brothers and sisters, that this is not a mere suggestion. Hindi naman sinasabi sa atin na, o baka naman pwede kayong maging masaya. Minumungkahi ko sa inyo, sinasuggest ko sa inyo na kayo'y maging masaya. No, this is not a suggestion. Or this is not an appeal. Hindi naman sinasabi ng ating readings, pwede ba maging masaya kayo? Nakikiusap kami na maging masaya kayo. What our readings tell us is a command, an order. We are being commanded and we are being ordered to rejoice always. Palaging mag-umapaw sa kaligayahan, palaging maging masaya. Kaya ngumiti-ngiti naman kayo dyan. Kanina pa kayo seryoso, pagod na ho ba kayong mag-shopping? O baka iniisip nyo na kung paanong babayaran ng napamili. Ngumiti tayo dahil sa pagiging Kristiyano, tayo ay masaya. Sabi nga ng isang lumang charismatic song, ang buhay ng Kristiyano ay masayang tunay. At sana totoo yan sa ating buhay. Ipinapakita ng ating mukha na tayo ay masayang mga Kristiyano. Marami po kasing Kristiyano palaging malungkot, palaging seryoso, palaging galit, palaging masusungit. Sana tayo yung mga Kristiyanong palaging masaya dahil kay Jesus. And my dear brothers and sisters, for sure, we all want to be happy. Lahat naman tayo gusto nating maging masaya. Sino ba ang ayaw maging masaya? Sino ba ang gustong malungkot palagi? Sino ba yung gigising sa umaga at sasabihin sa sarili, sa araw na ito gusto kong maging malungkot? Wala naman sigurong ganun. Siguro lahat tayo hinahanap yung ating kaligayahan. That is why the question of the different groups of people who approached John the Baptist in our gospel today is also our question. What should we do? Ano ba ang dapat nating gawin para maging masaya? Para mapasa atin ang hinahanap nating kaligayahan? Ano ang dapat nating gawin? What should we do? You know, my dear brothers and sisters, many times we think of happiness as something that we can attain if we do something that will make us happy. Pag gusto nating maging masaya, may mga ginagawa tayo na alam natin magpapasaya sa atin. Kapag gusto nating maging masaya, yung ibang tao, kakain ng paborito nilang pagkain. Pupunta sa paborito nilang restaurant. Sasabihin nila, malungkot ako ngayon, kaya kakain ako ng marami. Wala akong diet, wala akong pakialam, kakainin ko ang gusto kong kainin. At kapag kumakain sila, masaya. Sumasaya sila sa pagkain. Kapag sumakit na ang mga kasukasuan, hindi na yan masaya. May mga tao na para sumaya, magsha-shopping. Yung bang sasabihin nila, malungkot ako ngayon, makapag-shopping nga. At kapag nag-shopping, sumasaya. Kapag namimili, sumasaya. Pero kapag nakita na ang bill ng credit card, hindi na masaya. May mga tao na para maging masaya, nagbabakasyon, nagta-travel, sasabihin nila, malungkot ako ngayon, magbubuk nga ako ng plane papuntang Europe, makaalis bukas. Ganon, para maging masaya. Yung ibang tao para maging masaya, yayayain ng mga kaibigan, ang barkada, lalabas, iinom, gigimik, kwentuhan, magdamag, tawanan, magdamag, at nagiging masaya sila. May mga tao naman na para maging masaya, magkukulong lang sa kwarto. At kapag mag-isa sila, tahimik ang lahat, masaya na sila. Now, what do you do to make yourself happy? But when the people asked John the Baptist, what should we do? John the Baptist did not say what they should do. John the Baptist said what they should not do. Kung ano ang hindi nila dapat gawin. To the crowds who ask, what shall we do? John the Baptist said, stop selfishness. Stop hoarding. Stop thinking only of yourself. Kaya sabi niya, kapag meron kang sobrang damit, ipamigay mo dun sa wala. Kapag marami kang pagkain, ibahagi mo sa nagugutom. Stop being selfish and thinking only of yourself. To the tax collectors who approached him and asked, Teacher, what should we do? John the Baptist said, stop collecting more than what is prescribed. Yung mga naniningil ng buwis, sabi ni Jesus, huwag kayong maningil ng sobra-sobra. Huwag kayong humingi ng lagay. Huwag kayong mag-under the table. O tingnan po ninyo, panahon pa ni Jesus, issue na yung paniningil ng buwis. May mga nangdadaya na sa buwis. And Jesus tells them, and John the Baptist tells them, stop that. Itigil nyo ang pangingikil. Itigil ninyo ang pandaraya. Itigil ninyo ang panlalamang sa kapwa. And then the soldiers also asked John, what is it that we should do? And John the Baptist said, stop extortion. Stop falsely accusing anyone. Tingnan ninyo, panahon pa ni Jesus, nangyayari na yan. Kaya sabi ni John the Baptist, itigil ninyo ang pangongotong. Panahon pa pala ni Jesus, yung mga pulis at mga sundalo nangongotong na. At yung mga sundalo at mga pulis nanre-red tag na. They falsely accuse people. And John the Baptist said, stop that. People were also asking if John the Baptist were the Christ. Ikaw na ba ang Mesiyas? At sabi ni John the Baptist, hindi ako. And that is an important lesson to stop pretending. Huwag magpanggap. Let us not pretend who we are not. Magpaka-totoo. Even our first reading also tells us, fear not, O Zion, be not discouraged. Stop being afraid. Stop being discouraged. St. Paul also tells us, have no anxiety at all. Stop being anxious. Stop worrying a lot. Nung pong recollection dito, nung Advent recollection ni Father Jerry Orbo, sinabi niya pa ulit-ulit yan, stop worrying. Sabi niya, the more you worry, the more you hurry to the cemetery. Huwag tayong magmadali. Stop worrying. My dear brothers and sisters, to be joyful is not just about doing something that will make us happy. Being joyful often also means stopping the things that we think will make us happy, but really, they make us unhappy. Kaya magandang tingnan po at itanong sa sarili natin, ano ba yung mga bagay na dapat nating itigil na sa buhay natin para tayo maging tunay na masaya? Ano ba yung mga akala nating nagpapasaya sa atin, pero hindi naman pala talaga nagpapalungkot lang sa atin? What are the things that we need to stop because eventually they make us sad and empty? Ano yung mga bagay na yan na dapat itigil para tayo tunay na maging masaya? Ngayon pong panahong ito, kung pwede lang ako mag-suggest, siguro maganda na itigil po natin yung sobrang pagkamasungit, yung sobrang mainitin ang ulo, at yung sobrang pagkagalit. Yan po ang epekto sa marami ng Christmas rush. Dahil matraffic sa paligid, ang hirap humanap ng parking, ang haba ng mga pila, lahat mainit ang ulo. Papagalitan yung cashier, papagalitan yung elevator lady, papagalitan ang gwardya, lahat sinusungitan dahil nagmamadali lahat. If we want our Christmas to be joyful, tigil-tigilan, bawas-bawasan ang pagiging masungit. And I tell you, you will be happy. You know, my dear brothers and sisters, I heard the sharing of a man who openly admitted that he had been addicted to illegal drugs. Sabi niya, high school pa yata siya, addicted na siya, addict na siya. At gumagawa siya ng petty crimes para lang masuportahan yung kanyang addiction. Kapag nahuhuli siya dahil minor siya, hindi naman siya kinukulong, dadalhin siya sa DSWD, sa social worker, pupuntahan siya ng nanay niya, at yung nanay niya iyak ng iyak, iyak ng iyak. Iuuwi siya sa bahay, iyak ng iyak yung nanay niya, pero hindi siya papagalitan. Paulit-ulit na ganun. Hanggang mag-college siya, ganun pa rin, addict pa rin siya, gagawa ng krimen para magnakaw, para pambili ng illegal drugs, mahuhuli, makukulong, ibe-bail out, at yung nanay niya nandun, iyak ng iyak. Minsan daw nasa loob siya ng kulungan, at naisip niya, yung nanay ko, parang ni minsan hindi ko nakitang ngumiti man lang. Every time I see my mother, she's always crying. She's always sad. At nung panahong yun, naisip niya, I want to make my mother happy. And at that moment, he decided, I will stop this. Ititigil ko na itong pagdodroga. At nung umuwi siya sa bahay, sinabi niya sa nanay niya na ititigil na niya. Tulungan siya na tigilan na ang masamang bisyo na ito. At sabi niya, for the very first time, I saw my mother smile. At nung makita kong masaya yung nanay ko, sabi niya, parang mas masaya ako. Kasi sa unang pagkakataon, nakita ko siyang masaya. You know, this man became part of a church organization. Later on, he entered the seminary and eventually became a priest. Now, he is helping those who are rehabilitating from illegal drugs, from addiction to illegal drugs. At yan yung kanyang nagiging ministry sa pagtulong sa mga taong naging addicted sa drugs at para makabangon muli sila sa kanilang buhay. You see how God works. My dear brothers and sisters, as we start this journey to Christmas, let us heed the command of the Lord today. the command He gives to each one of us, rejoice. Be joyful. Be happy. At madalas, makikita natin ang kagalakang yun. Magiging masaya tayo, hindi lamang sa mga bagay na ginagawa natin, kundi sa mga bagay na ititikil natin. May we find true joy always in the Lord, and may we find true joy only in the Lord.